Warning. The two idiots you are about to hear... Oh, no, that's mine. My bad. So, context here. We were debating on a context warning script. I had mine's, and then we fixed it a little bit. So, let me read you the actually fixed one. That's how mine started off. Warning, The Caffeinated Creeps is a creepy and messy podcast with two idiotic and immature hosts. This podcast contains themes of murder, conspiracies, the paranormal, and the supernatural that may be disturbing to some listeners. Your discretion is advised.
That's your fault for being like my best friend. I don't know.
I can't offer much, but I can offer you a Dr. Pepper and a couple eggs in these trying times.
Oh, thank you. This is exactly what I needed, a Dr. Pepper. Perfect. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Caffeinated Creeps.
Oh, actually, I got something for that. So, remember how we were texting separately that we needed to like make an intro and everything, right?
Oh shit. Speaking of that, I had it. I lost the access to my account.
The fuck?
Yeah. So, basically, I have this... I made another email for my computer because I wanted it to just be, like, computer related and, like, for, like, games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And
to not use my personal email. But I hadn't realized that I've been using that for, like, notes these past weeks. So when I tried accessing them again yesterday, I couldn't access my notes at all. So I redid all my notes. I redid my notes.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
Which, I mean, I wasn't tripping because my story is small.
Hmm.
I'm not tripping or anything. My story is small, but that's why I slept late today. Because I was, like, refinishing up my stories and everything. But at least I kind of know a little bit, like, more because it's like a refresher. I typed it all twice. Speaking of Dungeons and Daddies, I bought my first ever merch from them today.
Oh, what'd you buy?
So they released a Pride collection.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Pride Zine, and I don't think you know what a Zine is. Do you know what a Zine is? Okay. So it's very niche, I guess, like when it comes to anime communities apparently, but it's basically like a fan made book of artists coming together and drawing for this specific fandom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally just a book of, like, art of different artists. And the majority of the time I've seen them are from, like, different animes. Like, I have 3 Zines at home that are all Haikyuu themed. And obviously, like, the creator has nothing to do with these Zines, but they're literally just all fan-made. Mm-hmm. And, like, there was even drama, too, where one of the Zines that I had bought, like, I got scammed. Like, I literally, like, never got my $30 back. Because the creator or whatever, that one that was creating this whole project, she just like dipped and like never released the Zine, and there was like a big old fiasco. Like the artists were pissed because the artists they're not getting paid for this. Mm-hmm. Like they willingly like drew all of these
for free
to put them in the book for like all these fans to enjoy. And like no, like in contrast, it's like they're paying for their art because they're buying the book themselves too. Mm-hmm. You know, like
that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. So yeah, I bought a Pride Zine, and I was kind of like looking at like the small pictures and everything, and like I just see like the characters and like, which is nice because there's canonically like queer characters like in the universe. And then I also got their Pride metallic dice. My first ever dice set that I bought myself. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I feel like I have to, especially because it's like a Dungeons and Daddies like dice or whatever. $55 fucking dollars. Oh my god, that hurt. And then I bought the sexy summer poster of all the dads shirtless in the summer.
Oh my god.
It's gorgeous. Look it up. It's gorgeous.
Oh, that actually reminds me. So your birthday theme. How did Nicole describe it? Bring shit from your closet that you don't normally wear. Like something that gives off like a Dungeons and Dragons theme.
That's the theme. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna go somewhere? Are we gonna stay here?
So we. Damn, I don't want to spoil anything.
Don't spoil anything.
But
honestly,
well,
I'm probably gonna.
We are eating here. So I'll give you that. In terms of going anywhere, I'm not quite sure.
Are we gonna eat out, or are you guys gonna cook?
No, we're cooking. We're cooking. Literally.
Yes. I love food.
Okay,
I'm fat, obviously.
so I'll tell you mine just because it's just an appetizer. So we're doing 3 courses, right? I'm doing appetizers. Daisy or Nicole, either one of them are doing the main dish or dessert. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm like, okay, I want something that you like a lot. We were trying to theme it Dungeons and Dragons, right? And we're having trouble. We're having a lot of trouble with it. Sorry, Nicole, by the way. I'm like giving everything out.
You could just ask me.
No, there's one thing I do know that you like, and it's hot dogs.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
So I'm like, alright, I got it. I'm gonna make, you know how...
Little pigs in a blanket?
No, better. So have you ever, like, usually go out to, like, events, like cons or a concert, and then you go out and there's, like, those street vendors with the hot dogs and everything, like the hot dog tables? They have, like, the grilled, like, onions and, like, the chilies and everything. I'm gonna make that. But I'm like, okay, it just needs, like, a Dungeons and Dragons name. And I couldn't come up with anything, so I'm like, Daryl Wilson's Daddy Dogs.
Cut the show.
What?
Oh, I have no words. What was it? Daryl's Daddy Dogs?
Daryl Wilson's Daddy Dogs, yeah.
It would have... Daryl's Dirty Dogs. Sound good, too.
It's because, like, I just got to the episode right now where they're, like... They're doing his anchor or whatever, something like that. So I was
it's
like...
good.
He's, like, talking about eating hot dogs. I'm like, perfect, I'll just do that.
Yeah, I feel that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're like... I know you like hot dogs. Jesus Christ. Yes, Michael, who doesn't love a good wiener in their mouth?
Well... But I mean, like, those... Especially those kind of hot dogs, those are really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'll just do that. I, like, butter the bread and everything and, like, steam that shit.
Real? Oh my god. Dude, now I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. So
I told you to grab a bite.
No, I'll eat afterwards. Now I'm just like, I'm craving hot dogs now, Michael. I'm gonna go to fucking 7-Eleven and get a fucking hot dog now.
It's a Wiener Schnitzel's like down on University.
I fucking hate Wiener Schnitzels. I don't like it. Sue me. Stone me.
They are delicious.
Stone me. I don't give a
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Fuck. At least I don't like their chili. Their chili. I don't like their chili.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't
That's
know.
like their house special.
Okay, I don't like it. I don't like it. I've tried their chili dogs and I'm like, that's it. It's just fucking salty. That's it. No flavor.
Have you ever had like the chili burger, chili cheese fries?
I've had a chili cheese fries.
Oh my god.
I like chili cheese fries. Trust me. I've tried chili cheese fries in other restaurants and they're bus. I just don't like Wiener Schnitzels.
Oh my god.
As a wiener connoisseur, I'm just kidding. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Damn. This is tragic news. Our friendship hangs by a thread. Oh, you know what I found out too that was so tragic? So I started streaming again, right? I streamed last night. I had an old-time viewer.
And why didn't you tell me?
Because I just wanted to see how bad it was going to be, like, with the Wi-Fi.
You still could have texted me. I would have been your test subject.
No, I mean, people were watching anyway. That's fine.
I'm so mad at you right now.
I'm mad at you!
Our friendship is literally hanging by a thread right now. How dare you not tell me you were streaming? I could have just watched you streaming instead of watching my favorite Fortnite or whatever.
How dare you? First off, how am I not your favorite? That's even worse.
I've rarely watched you play Fortnite because I didn't like Fortnite at the time and I was like, play something else. Remember?
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
So, now I'd gladly watch you play Fortnite and watch you eat shit.
No, but I just wanted to see like how bad it was going to be because I also want to get back into that.
Mm-hmm.
And someone was telling me that it's a story I want to cover because it has always been something I've been fascinated with. Mm-hmm. Bobby Mackey's. He told me that they demolished Bobby Mackey's. Well, December of last year.
What the fuck is that?
It's literally one of the most like haunted locations I think in the U.S. Like Ghost Adventures covered it, Shane and Ryan covered it. Like the Ghost Adventures episode, that's what got me really into this kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like they say like it's like a portal to hell, like with one of the wells.
Interesting.
There. But apparently it was demolished and now they're rebuilding like right on top of it. Because it was so old and decrepit inside.
Mm-hmm. Also, I thought Nicole would freak out more that this British dude is trying to get at me. Dude, speaking of British people.
I don't have no idea what this is gonna go to. Okay.
I was messing around with one of my friends, and I've been having, I don't know, like something's been going on with this friend. I don't think they listen to this at all, but it's not the one you met. It's a different one. The one that I didn't want to introduce to you, because of how they are. They changed their pronouns recently, but I was all like, "Oh, have you seen that?" I was like, "Oh, have you seen that one funny meme of Hatsune Miku where she says she doesn't like British people?"
She told me she hated. She just did not.
She told me she hated British.
No. She didn't like. She didn't like her France trip.
Yeah. She thought it was gonna be like eating a baguette and then like wearing a. I was gonna say fedora. What the fuck? A bidet. You can't wear a bidet.
A bidet.
A bidet.
That's gonna be really hard to wear.
That's the wrong thing.
What the fuck?
A beret. Go ahead, buddy.
Our friendship. Thin.
Next thing you know, like, we release a statement. Hey, everybody, caffeinated creeps is disbanded.
It's fucking over.
This is our last episode, you guys.
Like, this whore don't like chili. Oh my god.
I like chili, just not Wiener Schnitzel's chili.
Exactly. That's the one that hurts the most.
You know what, Michael?
This podcast is over, huh?
Basically.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Caffeinated Creeps podcast. We are your favorite caffeinated, heart-palpitating, smut-reading hosts. I am Mr. Butternuts. You are laughing over here in the corner. And who are you? Who are you?
I'm Ray.
We hope you guys have your favorite caffeinated drinks with you ready for today's cases, and let's get into it.
Did you see live action Chopper? How could you not? I posted it all over my stories.
He looks a little weird.
You know what? You shut the fuck up. Chopper is gorgeous and perfect just the way he is.
It's just a little weird.
How is it? Why is it? Because he's not fat? Is it because he's not round?
Is that supposed to be his main character trait?
That's what everybody's complaining about. And then everybody's bitching over his voice.
I think to me it was just like the eyes. Something about it just seemed weird.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I had no idea that people were complaining about him being round.
Yeah, about him not being round.
Not being round. Okay.
Yeah. They're mainly complaining about his voice though. Because it's not the original voice actor.
Mm-hmm. I do always find it weird that they never pick up the actual voice actors for stuff like that.
I get it, but I feel like a lot of people are complaining about that, and then, you know, like, I'm just like, you also have to remember that, you know, like, the live action, they're changing things. That voice actor was picked by Oda themselves. And at the end of the day, Chopper is not a cutesy-wootsy little baby. Like, everybody, like, the whole fandom projects him as. He is not a baby. He is 15 years old. In the time skip, he's borderline, like, 17, 18 years old. He is, like, basically an adult, you know, in the time skip. So, he still has that squeaky voice, that cute squeaky voice. But what I like about the live action, though, is that, like, they're making him sound like what a 15-year-old would sound like. Which, I mean, like, I feel like they can still make him sound like that, like, with the soft voice, like, when they finally do, like, the time skip version. But I'm pleased with the voice. I actually like it. I like it a lot. Because I feel like it's more, like, accurate to what the character's, like, age range is. Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, he's adorable and I love him and, like, I'm like, he's my son. But he's not a baby. He is a fucking doctor. He's 15. You can continue. I'm so sorry for talking so much. Oh my god.
I mean, we're both, like, just heavily yapping. It's fine.
It's been 2 weeks.
It has been 2 weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling great. I haven't had any... What?
It's just like...
I don't know, I just thought that you'd like to care about my health condition, but apparently you don't. Whatever, fuck me then.
Do you have the floor?
I'm doing okay. I haven't felt anything funny in like in a hot minute. I'm good. It's been days since I felt something funny. Then my mom started feeling it too, and I was just like, So I was like, here, try Tums. And she's like, oh yeah, that was so much better.
I mean, I did keep asking you too, like, are you feeling any better? And you, like,
Yeah,
I never got like a direct response from that either.
Well, it's because literally, like, I was just so out of it. I was genuinely so out of it because it's like, I don't know how to explain it because there was no direct response. Because the pain is there and then it's not there.
No, but...
Or like, it's like the point where like, I kind of like I'm still in pain, but it's more like of a discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I'm used to the pain because I have a high pain tolerance. So in order for me to genuinely feel pain, it's just like, okay, that's, you know. But I don't know because I feel like, am I being dramatic about it? Like, am I not being dramatic about it enough? What do I do? But I made an appointment. It's in 2 weeks.
Damn, 2
Making
weeks?
sure everything's okay.
Speaking of nice things, though, and speaking of those 2 weeks that we had off, we finally got... Well, me and you already know, and then the people on our social media also found out, but we haven't officially announced it on the podcast. We finally got a little collaboration going with a brand called Natasha Coffee. I asked for a script. They did not give me a script. They just said to make one on your own. Hit some key points.
To the wolves.
Oh yeah. So yeah, basically. So this is gonna be my attempt at one.
Have you tried it yet?
No, I have not. I do have some coming on the way. That should actually be here next Sunday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you love coffee, Michael?
Oh, you're going back all the way over.
Yeah. Do you love coffee?
Yeah, I do.
Do you love anime baddies?
Oh, you know it.
Do you love to cosplay?
Absolutely.
Or maybe you're really into nice cars.
No, I can't afford it.
Me neither. We're here at the Caffeinated Creeps podcast. We here at the Caffeinated Creeps podcast are proud to announce our first official partnership with Itasha Coffee. It is a small-owned business that is eco-friendly, sustainable, organic, cruelty-free, and LGBTQ plus owned. You know I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So, their delicious coffee is also nut-free, dairy-free, and even gluten-free, unless directly stated on the packaged flavor. And it also has 0 added sugars and calories in case you are watching out for that sort of thing, with a variety of different flavors to choose from, such as, and yes, these are the real flavor names, Thigh Tide, a nice and warm banana nut bread flavor, Beach Please, a rich toasted coconut flavor. Ooh, I want to try that one. That sounds really good. And my favorite of the names, which is also my favorite, which is the one that I ordered, Goblin D's Nuts. And it's a caramelized bourbon pecan flavor. You can become part of their coffee club and discover more flavors at itashacoffee.com. And be sure to use the code Caffeinated Creeps Podcast when you check out to get 5% off your orders.
And then they just released a blueberries and cream too. That actually sounds a lot.
Berries
really
and cream, berries and cream.
Exactly what I thought about.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe we're actually sponsored now.
That's crazy. I can't wait to try it, honestly.
I know. I'm looking so forward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pour that cup like when we record it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Alright. After like an hour.
Damn, I'm so sorry. Holy shit, that's a lot you have to go through.
Yeah, shit. Alright. So I'm gonna begin mine with a quote from a detective.
Ooh.
Quote, every aspect of this case is mysterious. There's no explanation for it. It's the most interesting and strange case in my entire 31 years of career so far, unquote. Says Knox County Sheriff Jimmy J.J. Jones. The erratic and mysterious circumstances of Blair Adams' death is one of the people's most mysterious cases. Understand it. Alright, so Blair Adams, a 31-year-old Canadian who worked as a foreman for a local construction company that his stepfather owned, basically a supervisor, making good money, a stable job, loving family and friends. Blair seemed to have a pretty set life. His family and friends would describe him as pretty friendly. His girlfriend described him as a gentleman who loved his job and did it well. One of his German co-workers described him as confrontational, abrasive, and someone who got into fights. It's also worth mentioning that Blair had also a previous criminal record for drugs and assault charges, but at the current time of 1996, was 2 years sober and was attending Alcoholics Anonymous.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm. And yet, in the beginning of July 5th, 1996, things with Blair began to change quickly.
Oof.
He stopped attending Alcoholics Anonymous. Blair would have constant mood swings, had trouble sleeping, acted strange, and claimed people were trying to kill him.
I'm taking all my praise back.
Oh, damn. Okay. His mother, Sandra Edwards, said, quote, something was obviously very much the matter. He hadn't been sleeping well. Something was wrong. I asked him numerous times what was wrong, and he said, I don't think I should tell you about it. And to this day, I don't know what it was. Unquote.
Mysterious.
I know. That's gotta be so upsetting, though. Like, you're trying, as a parent, you're trying to figure out what the hell's going on with your kid. They just won't let you in.
And then I feel like it's just like questions left unanswered.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously this guy probably passed, right? Yeah. So yeah, questions left unanswered.
Mm-hmm.
Probably eats her away at night.
It gets even... I mean, she did pass already in 2020. Yeah. So it's...
Bless her heart.
Yeah. Blair would then quit his job, take out all of his money from his bank, take out physical gold and platinum bars and jewelry he had, and headed towards the United States border through a ferry leaving from Surrey, British Columbia, Canada, into Seattle, Washington. However, immigration officers flagged Blair as a potential drug mule due to his erratic behavior and large amount of money he had bringing with him. Immigration saw his previous records for drugs and assault charges and denied him entry. The next day, Blair spent $2,000 on a round trip to Frankfurt, Germany. His flight left the following day. Blair asked one of his friends to help him cross the border once again, claiming that people were trying to kill him, which his friend said that he was unable to help out. The very next day, on July 9th, Blair would return his $2,000 plane ticket, used the money to rent a Nissan Altima, and headed back to the border. This time, where he was stopped by Canada's Border Patrol, they noted that Blair was covered in scratches with his arms and legs just torn up. At the time, Blair unfortunately matched the description of a man involved in a car theft. He's had like terrible luck so far trying to cross this border. It's so bad. It's so bad. Blair denied involvement and was let go due to lack of evidence. He finally made it into the U.S. Blair headed straight to the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, where he purchased a $770 one-way ticket to Washington, D.C. Lieutenant Jones said, quote, he paid $770 for a one-way ticket where he could have purchased a round trip for approximately $350 or $400. So it would have been half the price for a round-trip ticket. But he paid for a one-way ticket. It just seemed very unusual.
He wasn't planning on coming back, maybe.
Yeah, but it's like...
He was just not into it. It reminds me a lot of Breakfast Pizza.
But, you know, he only has a certain amount of money on him anyway. Like, he could still pay for that round trip and just not go back to the airport. Mm-hmm. Still save that a couple extra $100.
He's just not in his right mind.
Yeah, that's what's very unusual about it. Once Blair arrived in the D.C. area, On July 10th, he rented another car, a white Toyota, and drove 500 miles southwest to Knoxville, Tennessee. Detective Perry Moyers, who is a detective for the Knox County Sheriff Department, said, quote, I mean, why go to D.C. and turn around and come back to Knoxville? He had no reason to be in East Tennessee. He had no reason to be in Knoxville. He knew no one in East Tennessee or in the eastern United States. Unquote. At around 5:30 p.m., Blair stopped at a gas station in Knoxville. This is the part that's gonna get you. This is the part that's really weird. Blair stopped at a gas station in Knoxville and complained to the employee that at the gas station that his car would not start. The employee noticed that Blair was holding the wrong set of car keys. It was for the Nissan Altima that he left back all the way in Washington. And he refused to check his pockets to see if he had the right keys. Despite all this, Blair managed to hitch a ride to Fairfield Inn Hotel. The person who drove Blair to the hotel told detectives, quote, he didn't appear to be on drugs, but his mind wasn't functioning correctly for some reason, unquote. At the hotel, CCTV footage showed Blair pacing in and out of the hotel entrance for about 40 minutes for a total of 5 times. So he would just go in, wait a couple minutes, go out, wait a couple minutes, back and forth. An employee working at the front desk, Tika, recounts their encounter with Blair, quote, the best way to describe him would be paranoid. He just was very nervous, agitated, expecting someone to come in on him. I lost it.
Now it's reminding me of Elisa Lam.
It's so weird. Alright, expecting someone to come in on him even though there wasn't anybody there. I don't know who he was looking for, but he was waiting for somebody to walk in for him, unquote. Blair finally checked in after all this time, like pacing back and forth into the hotel, handed the front desk clerk a $100 bill, refused his cash back, pocketed his room key, and walked out. He never entered his room that night. The last known time of Blair alive was 7:37 p.m. Blair's body was discovered on July 11th, half a mile away from the hotel, by a construction crew who were working on a Country Inn and Suites hotel at 7471 Crossroad Boulevard. Blair was naked from the waist down. Quote, his pants were removed in a way not like someone would take off their own pants, but in a way that someone else would remove your pants from you. His socks were turned inside out, his shoes were off, and his shirt was ripped open, unquote, says Lieutenant Jones. Scattered across the floor were $4,000 of various currencies, Canadian, German, and U.S. currency. A small fanny pack with his jewelry and gold, and even the platinum bars that he took. Even the lost keys to his rental car for the Toyota that was found near his body.
They were like all that money was still on him?
Everything that he had from the moment he left Canada, crossing the U.S. border to Washington, to D.C., to Tennessee, all on him. Everything he had on him.
So there's no way it can be foul play.
It clearly wasn't robbery.
Yeah.
Because they would have taken all that fucking money. Autopsy reports show that Blair was sober. No alcohol or drugs were in his system at the time of his death. Only his dinner, which consisted of lettuce, meat, and shrimp. He suffered cuts and abrasions that normally come from defending off an attacker. There were also violent blows to his stomach, which was the main cause of death. Abdominal perforation.
Did he piss somebody off? And
that's what I'm going to get to. There were also wounds on his head. What? See, that's the weird part about this. He claims that someone was out to kill him, right? This is 1996. It's hard to track somebody. I'm going to say roughly like that. Not a lot of phones. As far as I can tell, he didn't have a phone on him. Goes from goes from British Columbia to Washington to DC, and then all the way down to Tennessee. Well over 2,000 miles. who the fuck was looking for him? Like, to track him down that easily, too, is...
This is where I genuinely feel like nobody was looking for him. I feel like he just pissed somebody off, and they just went at him. You got the wrong one on the wrong day.
Probably. There were also wounds on his head that could have formed from a crowbar or a club-like object.
Wow.
And though evidence suggests that he was sexually assaulted, no DNA was found on Blair's body. There are no current suspects, no current leads of why Blair's death occurred. Detectives believe robbery was a motive, however, all of Blair's belongings remained near his body. Then they thought about drug-related crimes, but there was no evidence to support such a claim. And the final theory that I have for you, at least, we have left is by a pimp or a prostitute. On the night of Blair's murder, Blair was seen on CCTV talking with an unknown man at a restaurant nearby the hotel. Several hours later, at around 3 a.m, a construction worker hears screaming from where Blair would be found. The worker claimed that they heard a woman screaming. And the only thing that can back up a woman being near Blair that night was the fact that in Blair's clenched hand was a long strand of a woman's hair. The only forensic evidence found in any of all this. Lastly, on Blair's grave, a message, Bon Dieu, can be seen, which translates to the good God, but the full phrase in French being, what have we done to the good God? Or, what have we done to deserve this? Maybe it's not entirely impossible to think that maybe he did piss off like a pimp somewhere or a prostitute somewhere over in Canada. And then he traveled far enough. Maybe the numerous times of him trying to cross the border gave whoever was looking for him enough time to see where he was, to know where he was going. Because at that point, they can just stake out the border and look for when he crosses. At that point, they can see what flight he takes, when he arrives, where he leaves. I just don't know how the hell they ended up where they ended up. I don't know if it was all coincidental, that maybe you're entirely right that he was out of his mind. No one was looking for him, and by chance, some weird chance, a few days later, after all this talk of someone's killing him, he ends up dead in a construction site half a mile from his hotel that he was supposed to be at.
But then it also begs the question, like, if he was targeted, who did he piss off? How did he piss him off?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's weird, because as far as I can tell, he didn't owe anybody money. He had a lot of money, a good stable job, a girl. The dude had a good life. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who the hell he pissed off. Or if there wasn't even anyone to be pissed at him. Like, I feel like...
Obviously he had an undiagnosed mental illness. He probably had schizophrenia.
He's like 30. Oh yeah, 31.
It's normal for you to have schizophrenia this early.
No, but as far as I can tell, there weren't any signs of him having anything. I could be entirely wrong. But
I feel like as soon as he told me that he was telling his friend that somebody was trying to kill him, that gave off signs of schizophrenia. Because especially the way that he's acting so irrationally, it has to be schizophrenia. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel for that guy.
Yeah, I do too. But this mystery is really crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as far as I can tell, that there's no...
Do you think his family did enough to try to help him? Or not enough?
So the thing, I didn't get to add it on here, but he basically left his home. Like...
He just dipped?
This took in a span of like a few days.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like July 5th, when it all started. And then it quickly went into like July 9th.
And that's when he was dead?
No, that's when he was able to get out.
Of British Columbia?
Like, yeah, so he was able to cross the border at that time.
Uh-huh.
So he's like going, out of his own house. He tried to stay with his friend, but his friend didn't help him out. And by the 9th, he was able to get out. And by that time, July 10th, he's over at D.C.
Mm-hmm.
Then he travels all the way down to Tennessee. That's still the 10th. Rolling into the night of July 11th, 3 o'clock in the morning, as far as I can tell, probably when he died. So, I mean, his mom tried to get involved. He wasn't telling her anything.
And at the same time, like, he just should have dipped. So
Pretty
it's not
much.
like they can really help him.
I mean, you also have to recognize that as you're calling it schizophrenia, and it could be very much, but as far as they know, he's a healthy 31-year-old dude on his own free will, of his own sound mind,
Yeah.
acting on his own right. He can do whatever he wants at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. He's an adult, you know. He doesn't need mommy there.
Mm-hmm.
Checking up on him all the time.
Even though this probably would have helped out a lot more if he just said something.
Yeah.
But whatever.
But at the same time, like when you're schizo, you don't think anything's wrong.
Yeah.
You genuinely do not think anything's wrong.
But clearly in this case, something was wrong. He's like, I don't know if I should tell you what it is to his mom. Something was clearly wrong, and either for real or in his mind, something was wrong. But he just wasn't telling anybody until he told his friend that somebody was out to kill him.
Mm-hmm. That's very weird. That's a really crazy head scratcher. I don't know. It makes me think a lot about, because there's so many cases. Like, I think this is like, it's the 3rd case that we've ever covered. No, that'll probably be the 4th case that we've covered, where it's just weird. Like, the attitudes of these victims were just completely weird, because I covered Brestis Pisa, which is that boy that went suddenly missing. Like, he crashed his car into like a lake.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. Hound dogs, like, they found him into a truck stop, and after that he's been gone. He's the one with the red hair.
Yeah. And
then the dude that you covered,
Brian Schaefer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one will always, yeah.
And then Elisa Lam too, and then now this guy.
It's cases like that I don't want to sound not obsessed, but like I'm just so interested in it. Because there's...
You can't help but be interested
yeah. In it. Like, the curiosity in it is just too much for me. I'm like, I want to know what the hell happened. Like, with Brian Schaefer, I still think about that every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
same with Elisa Lam.
Yeah.
Like how? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how was she in there? How did she get in there? How is Bryce's pizza? How is he able to lose his scent? Just like that. But the difference is that he was doing drugs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he did have an issue with that. But at the same time, like, the erratic behavior where he left far, you know? And I feel like it's completely different with Elisa Lam, because we knew that she had a mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. With Bryce, we didn't. Like, his parents, from what they knew, his parents knew that he was okay. His roommate knew that he was, like, you know, alright, just doing drugs. His girlfriend, she knew that he was doing drugs too and tried doing something about it. Mom was like, mind your business, you know? So, but the same thing with Bresless Pizza too is that he drove far away from home. And then his parents told him, like, come back home. He, like, never left that area and then was finally coming back. And then goes back to where he was at. Mm-hmm. And then finally comes back again just to end up, like...
See, but the thing is that with Blair Adams is that clearly she's traveling far for distance, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's going across the U.S. That is far. He bought a ticket to Germany that he could have taken. He had the means. He had the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
He chose to just return the ticket and get a car instead. So...
He's there, but he's not all there.
Yeah. I don't know. It's... In my mind, I'm thinking, if he took that flight to Germany, would he still have ended up dead? like a few days later?
Mm-hmm.
Or would he have lived longer, a little longer, for something else to intervene entirely? Oh, wait. I actually forgot to add that part of the detail. So the reason why he was going to Frankfurt, Germany was because of his girl.
Oh.
Yes. You say but she had no idea that he bought the ticket and was coming over.
Uh-huh.
He's like, yeah, he never talked to me about it. Never said anything about it. And he's like, she found out because of it through all this. That's my fault. I completely forgot to tell you that.
No, it's okay. Anyways, I was trying to find photos of what I was going to cover because I forgot to find photos. I'm going to be covering a cryptid. One that's close-ish to us, called the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Oh, okay.
And he's not popular at all. He's only had 4 sightings. Ever. Well, I just say he, my bad. It's only had 4 sightings. And I'm looking at photos, and then it turns out that there's actually a company that made perfume oil inspired by him, and I'm low-key and I'm low-key invested, dude. It smells like lemon peel, calamansi lime, chili damp greenery, orange blossom, magnolia, Madagascar vanilla, pale amber, and musk. That sounds pretty foresty and greeny.
What in the fuck? I gotta hear about this cryptid. That
It
has scented oils after it. That is crazy. Okay.
Alright, so the Fresno Nightcrawler is a cryptid that has been seen in 4 locations, which I just said. So...
the attitude and face to match with that was great.
So, it's been seen in Fresno. No shit. Yosemite. Which is also in California. Poland. And...
Poland?
Poland, yeah.
Okay.
And Billings, Montana. So the first sighting of this cryptid was in Fresno. That's why it's got its name by a man named Jose. Jose had a surveillance camera watching his front lawn, and when he looked at the camera, when he was looking at the camera, he heard his dogs barking. So basically, he heard his dogs barking. He woke up, checked the cameras, which is something you usually do. And he deadass saw these night crawlers, like, skedaddling on his lawn. And I'll explain in a little bit of what they look like, because I feel like it might disgust you or it might make you laugh. So
it'll probably be the latter, but okay.
So he decided to wake up his brother to show him the footage. And afterwards, his brother went to go claim to have seen small footprints outside where they were standing. So by the time investigators got to the scene, it was already gone and everything. I don't know if it was the wind or whatever. I don't know how long. I don't know if it took days for them to come or hours. But basically that happened. And when it's in investigators, at first I'm thinking that it was police, but then there was another part where they were saying that they had contacted paranormal investigators or ufologists, because these are also seen as aliens. It's a weird, is it a cryptid? Is it an alien? Is it both?
It's unknown.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened. So, the original CCTV footage was lost. But the only remaining footage is a grainy video recorded from the monitor. But I'm being honest, I looked at these videos, they all look doctored, honestly. They do not look real, or it looks too good to be true. That's just what I feel like. It genuinely just looks too good to be true.
What year was this again?
This was in 2014, maybe?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this cryptid didn't pop up until early 20s. No, early 20s. Anyways, so he decided to share the footage with the city's Univision station, which is a Spanish
broadcasting channel.
Yeah, broadcasting channel, I guess you can call it, because it's well known. It's kind of it's basically like Fox, essentially. Well, yeah, it's basically like Fox because it's everywhere.
Okay, yeah.
Compared to like KTLA, which is like
a local thing.
Yeah, it's like a local thing. You know, I mean, like, yeah, there's each state has like a KTLA like here and there, but like Fox is like everywhere, you know. So basically, like the host of the radio show Los Desvelados played a role in the Fresno Nightcrawler phenomenon being more public, and his experience with the Nightcrawler began when Univision asked him to come on air to review the footage and to declare that the cryptids were indeed extraterrestrials. So he had never seen such a creature and refused to make this confirmation based on the gritty footage alone. And months later, Jose reached out hoping for new information, and Camacho visited his home to see where the creatures were first sighted. And later that year, the paranormal investigator, he saw his footage at the UFO conference in 2008, which basically, like, sparked it even more, essentially. And, they were trying to decipher whether they were real, whether they were not, whether it was doctored.
Wait, you said in 2008. I thought you said this was in 2014.
Maybe, oh, wait, no.
2018?
The second footage.
Oh, okay.
The second footage, my bad, is 2014. This was way before. I don't think I took the year of this one. But the one that was in Yosemite was 2014, I believe.
Okay.
Sorry, it's because I know for a fact it was 2011 and 2014. But I think 2011 is a cryptid that's similar, but not the same. Mm-hmm. I feel like they're like cousins. Because they look the same, but it's like a stark difference.
I know you'll get to it soon, but I can't wait to see what it is.
Okay, you know, I'll just explain it to you right now, what it is.
No, finish it.
Okay.
I want to savor this.
Okay. Just letting you know, like, it doesn't look scary.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, it depends on how you want to take it. Well,
when I hear the word, like, Nightcrawler, I'm thinking something spooky and creepy. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be like a little chihuahua-sized fucking thing. Okay, continue.
Yeah, but Jose was basically saying that he was, like, scared shitless because of the sighting, and he refused to leave his house for days. And basically this dude is all like, why would you want to fake it for views, essentially? Like, you know, why would you want to fake it at all? Like, he's like, I genuinely believe it's real because he seemed scared. Like, he was genuinely scared. Mm-hmm. There's no reason for him to fake it. For why? You know, like, for, like, attention? Like, it makes no sense. So that's basically, like, just the evidence that he's going off of. Why would he want to fake it? He looks scared. It must be real. So, now I'm gonna jump to 2011. So I'm assuming this was, like, early 2000s. I'm assuming the first one was, like, early 2000s, maybe 2006, 2007, because of the conference in 2008. That's just what I'm assuming. I'll try to look for the actual date later. But a couple of years later, in 2011, another video surfaced, this time captured by security cameras in Yosemite National Park. And this footage depicted... Okay, I'm going to describe what it looks like now.
Alright, perfect.
2 pale figures with long legs. And the difference between these ones and the ones in the first ones is that these ones look like they had webbing from their knees going up to their torso.
Ew.
Yeah. And these 2 different... Because there was 2 of them in this footage in Yosemite. There was a stark difference in height, right? And, basically, what this cryptid looks like is, imagine a pair of pants. Long pants. No head.
So no head. Fuck you. That one was so good last episode. God damn it.
Let me show you a picture of what this is what it looks like.
We're gonna go. Ew! What the fuck is that?
That's what it looks like. It's just a pair of pants.
It's just a pair of pants.
Bare pants.
It's the remnants of Ron Stampler. I don't know what else.
That it's giving very much Ron. I was actually gonna mention that too.
It's the belt. That's what it is. Like the fucking
belt.
holographic pants.
Yep. Here's another footage of Yosemite.
It looks more like ghosts than anything. That's so weird.
Where's the body? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it's just legs and like maybe a pelvis. And then it just stops right
and
there.
if there's a little one, like, do they procreate? Like, how does that happen?
That's weird. Ew. All right.
And the Fresno and the Yosemite is the only footage that we found. I'll try to look for the Fresno one so that I can show you too. I'm gonna post a video of it on our Instagram for people to watch it and like on our stories and stuff.
And what's our Instagram?
Caffeinated Creeps Podcast. But what's it called? So the one in Tennessee, what was it? Tennessee? No, Montana. The one in Montana and the one in Poland have no video footage, photo footage, nothing. But they're like just witness testimonies. And there's really nothing much in Poland. If somebody just said, I saw one of those in Poland. That's it.
I feel like that one's a little bit more just
Yeah, and then I was looking on Reddit and there was a few people that were like, oh no, yeah, I saw this. Straight up. And somebody said, I literally saw this in Mount Rubidoux. And I was just like, no. I was like, no. Cut the cameras. Come on, no. No. Stop. But anyways, the testimony, at least for the one in Montana, is a little bit more like... And this cryptid's different. They don't call this one the Nightcrawler. They call it, the Carmel Area Creature. And the reason as to why it's different from the Fresno Nightcrawler is their heights. Because the Nightcrawler max is like 4'9". I'm taller than it, barely. I'm barely taller than this cryptid. Bro, but how terrifying is it seeing a long ass pair of legs my height just by themselves?
Oh yeah. Well, we'll cut that out.
So, the difference is that the Carmel Area I don't know if it's Carmel or Caramel. The Carmel Area Creature is a thin, armless, pale white humanoid. And, it's over 7 feet tall.
Holy shit.
Slender. And it has muscular legs. And it walked like its knees were backwards.
Ew. That's such a disgusting... Ew.
Yeah. And the witness specifically said, like... And this dude's a veteran. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, he just does not play with that shit at all. And he's like, this motherfucker had no arms. No arms.
So, it really just is leg.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
7 feet tall legs. Holy shit, that's terrifying. That's fucking terrifying. So, they had bought a place in the Fort Hill area. And they first noticed after 30 days of living there that there was a certain patch of grass that always stayed a fresh green, no matter the weather or whatever. Like, it never changed. Like, I guess the grass around it changed, but this certain area, like, it never changed at all, no matter what. And on Friday night, and it was the 12th of December, they were driving home. And when they turned onto Carmel Road, which led to their road, they went around the curve, up a small incline, and 10 feet over the incline in front of their truck, the alien ran across the road and into the woods. I'd probably shit myself. Yeah, especially, and then you can't be like, I want to go home because your home is right there.
Oh, fuck this home. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, imagine that 30 days after living there. You can't get fucking refunds.
No.
I don't think you can get refunds, bro.
How do they return this house, please?
Yep. But yeah, so I was just like, oh, okay, like, because I've never heard of this cryptid before, and there's only 4 accounts. So I was like, okay, so this has to be recent. And out of curiosity, I was just like, is there, like, any Native American, like, correlation to this? Like, Bigfoot or whatever? No. Nothing. Nothing. Which makes me believe, well, because, I mean, there's have been Native American stories of, like, an ape, like, figure and everything. That's why I'm like mixing in like Bigfoot and like other like the Sasquatch or shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like there's a whole bunch of cryptids that have been like talked about like in Native American folklore as well, like the skinwalkers and shit like that. But this one had no Native American like correlation at all whatsoever, which makes me think that it's fake. Because I feel like the natives would know, you know, if there was something strange like this.
Unless it just started now.
But how?
What do you mean how? It just...
How?
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think it's real.
Well, I mean, think about it.
No.
It's like... Alright, everybody, thank you for coming by. It truly means a lot. Tasha, fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Like 100 or 200 years from now, like there's gonna be new cryptids like popping up, and like they're gonna have different origins than what we have for our cryptids now. So I would like to say that it's safe to say.
But at the look at like I get what you're saying, but at the same time I feel like who came up with it? You know what I mean? Like
Fresno.
Like it should be related to something if it evolved. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how we evolved from fucking fish. You know what I mean? Like, what was the evolution of this cryptid if it is real? Which I don't think it is real. You know, like a long pair of legs. Where's its mouth? How does it fuck? Like...
That is the most important question. Can it fuck?
How does it procreate? That is my question. Because we saw... I just showed you a photo of 2 of them side by side walking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like... There's a little one and there's a tall one. Is it the mama and the baby? Like, what is it? Like, is it like... Is that the mom and is that the dad?
Or it could also just be... What's the old... Like back in I think it was like the 80s or like 70s, when people saw like UFOs or something like paranormal, like or something supernatural, it was like, oh, it's the old swamp gas. That's what it is. Swamp gas reflecting off the moonlight, hitting in the right corner. It could be just, I don't know.
I don't know at all. Believe it or not, the cryptid is more popular outside of Fresno than in Fresno. And
so sad.
If you ask people in Fresno about the cryptid, like, they'll tell you about it. They're like, oh yeah, so this happened. Like, it's kind of like a little, like, well, that happened, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not like they,
Not like the Mothman thing where
yeah,
the whole
that's
town
exactly what I was gonna say. Like, how there's a festival and,
yeah,
like, a statue. Like, no, it's kind of like, yeah, they'll talk about it. It's very, like, there's, like, a niche amount of people in Fresno that genuinely, like, talk about it.
Was it?
Huh?
I was gonna say, there's already a niche amount of people in Fresno to begin with. That's
yeah. So there is an event called, like, there's a few events and everything, and sometimes, like, they will have, like, a little, like, nightcrawler, like, display or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's mainly, like, when it comes to, like, events with, like, artists, like an artist alley type of thing. And there is a specific artist that, like, she draws, like, the cryptid and everything, and like she releases art of this cryptid, and she like goes to pop-ups like all over Fresno doing that. And her name is Laura Splotch, but she doesn't do just that cryptid, but she does like a whole bunch of cryptids, like that's her thing. Mm-hmm. But that's basically it. She just says that she's intrigued by them and they look unique and different, and it's a weird thing to fake, but if they're real, then it's even weirder. Because
where did it come from?
Yeah. Like, if it... Cause like there's no Native American.
Well, no, hold on. Because you also said it yourself. Aliens. It could just be aliens. Maybe just abandoned aliens that were just fucking left down here, or escaped from something from us. Why did it? It's not. We're in a realm of weird shit at this point. Because, like you're saying, if it's cryptid, where the hell did it come from? There's no point origin specifically.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
But
better
at the same
say,
time, I feel like it popped up very new. But at the same time, I feel like there has to be something about it. Like, somebody has to know more about it.
Yes, but I mean, why can't it be new? Didn't we have a discussion where, like, we were saying that how come there's ghosts dressed up in, like, old-timey clothing and, like, haunting old locations? Like, why aren't there new ghosts dressed up in, like, current-day clothing haunting newer locations? Why can't this be fucking new? Same shit like that.
You know what, Michael? Stop.
You know what?
You have a point.
Stop. You're making a good argument.
I don't like
it. That's so fucked.
Stop. You are beating me in this argument and I will not allow it.
Okay, fuck you. Alright.
But I'm gonna look for it. Hold on. Let me look for footage on YouTube real quick. Let's see.
While she goes looking for the footage, this would be a good time for our listeners to go to itachi.com.
Caffeinated Creeps podcast for 5% off. This one seems more legit compared to that first one, obviously.
So, new. That's what I'm hearing.
Whatever. I'm gonna try to look for the Fresno one, even if it's like their grainy footage. Right. Just look on the right side. I feel like the legs look too long to be fake.
It just like appears and then just
like
disappears.
Skedaddles, yeah.
Like even like the way it crawls out of the frame is disgusting.
But I feel like, okay, like with that, I feel like the legs are too real for it to be fake, at least for an actor to do that. The legs look too long.
No, but would you describe this like the backwards knee? That's how it's walking. Look at it like very closely. When it takes the step back onto the right side of the frame, the legs bend at a weird angle. That is. Ugh.
Hold on, let me turn on the brightness. Oh, yeah, I see exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. But yeah, like, supposedly there's, like, no malicious, like, intent from them. They just seem pretty chill.
They're just doing their own thing, I guess.
I think this is the Yosemite Park one.
Unless it's, like, all legs and what looks like the pelvis is actually the head.
But at the same time, what about the torso?
Does it need to be a torso?
I know, but if it's, like,
I get what you mean.
Like, if I'm talking about, like, if a human were doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, yeah, whatever, they're on stilts, shit like that, whatever. But...
yeah, like, worst rest of the body if it's them.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's, like, a little person, but I still feel like the body of that little person would be big, because it's too slender.
That's weird.
I haven't seen this full video yet.
So, at the end of it, towards the end of that video, when it reaches that last tree, like it passes the last tree, zoom in on it, like the bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it shows a torso and head at that point. It looks like it develops it. I don't know how. Maybe it's like a branch in front of it that just... I don't know. It's weird. This is a new cryptid for me. Oh, a new cryptid unlocked.
Oh, yeah. No, it's the branch. Trust.
Okay.
It's just the branch.
Alright.
Okay, I don't like this at all. What the fuck?
Oh, come on. Now I gotta see it.
Ew, that is disgusting. Okay, I think this is more disgusting than the first one I showed you. It's like in the middle of the screen. It walks into frame in the middle of the screen.
This is the Fresno one?
Yes, this is the Fresno one. This is the first ever footage found. The one that Jose talked about.
Ew.
That's disgusting, huh?
It looks like it's in pain when it walks. I don't know how else to describe it. Ew.
Yeah.
Hold on. The way it bobbles, I can only assume its head. It looks like... So... Alright, I'm gonna send it back to you. When you watch it and it gets to like right here to the numbers, look at it. Because it looks like it's like... bobbing its head. And it looks like a mouth. That's all I can describe it as.
Uh-huh. Ew! Ew!
Right?
Ew! Ew! That is disgusting!
That is so gross. I don't... If it is a human in a disguise, that it has to be a really hard thing to be as.
I feel like that cannot be a human because the way its legs are, it's like the legs are too wide.
Not just that, but
maybe that's why it's moving so weirdly because of how wide its legs are separated.
It could be. I would say this one right here in particular, it's like when it walks, it swings its legs. Like it is taking a really wide, swept step. It can't be like a regular person.
That looks disgusting. Somebody said that's why I keep my pants locked in a closet so they won't escape. Pissed alien walking home.
It could be an alien.
Somebody said they don't look too scary. They look like giant MC Hammer pants taking a stroll.
Damn.
Somebody said it looks like they're running in place.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. The Fresno one especially, yeah.
Somebody said it's the wrong trousers, Gromit. That's disgusting.
I don't think I would ever have seen a new cryptid like that before in my life.
I didn't hear about it until literally like when I first
this is new to me.
Yeah.
And that footage, that Fresno one is disgusting. Because I focused so hard on what looks like to be the head.
And I'm just like, okay, like whatever, it's doctored or whatever, but how can you do that?
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like that either. But the original footage is lost, and that's literally just a recording of the monitor covering that.
If it is real, and we can trust Jose and what he's actually saying, I wonder what is on the original footage of the monitor.
The same thing, just not as grainy. Sorry.
I meant first off, okay. How much did it cover? Was there more? And
because this video is 3 minutes long, but it's just the same footage.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Like, maybe it wasn't lost, more like discarded on purpose. Maybe we just weren't meant to see it.
I don't know. Early 2000s, you lose footage easily. There's no way for you to save it. I just think it's low-key a coincidence, maybe.
It could be, yeah. I mean, there is a lot of lost media out there that it's a shame. Even like big production companies like Sesame Street have lost episodes. Damn. Whoa. Maybe I'll do that next. Maybe I'll do like a lost media episode.
There's artwork that makes it look much more creepier than it is in real life. Because, I mean, yeah, it looks creepy or whatever, but, I mean, it's just a silly little guy, you know?
It's just a pair of pants.
Yeah. But the artwork just makes it look terrible. There's merch of it, too, which is low-key kind of cute. Look at the art. The art just looks horrible.
Yeah, I don't like the way that art looks.
It's creepy. I'm low-key invested in that scented oil.
How did it even gain scented oils?
Because if you click on the link of one of the pictures, it said something about scented oil, Nightcrawler scented oil, and I was just like, huh. So I clicked on it.
Oh, it's a sticker. I kind of want that.
The sticker is of the Nightcrawler, but it's wearing fishnet stockings and red heels, and it has a crown, and it said Miss Fresno. It has a sash on it.
That is so great. It literally just killed all the spooky vibes coming from it. That's great.
I was gonna make a Gojo joke, but...
What?
I was gonna make a Gojo joke because it's just a pair of legs.
Get out. Get out! My god.
This looks absolutely disgusting. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't like that either. That just looks like naked frogs. Well, pale frogs.
It's a statue. It's $170.
Nope. Did you look at the TikTok I sent you about Quan Mills?
No, but I've seen TikToks of it.
Okay, fair enough. That's all you can do
Hold
now.
up. I'm gonna look at it right now. Oh yeah, but I think that's the end of the episode, no?
Did I send it to you? Oh, no, I did send it to you. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode, I'd say.
Yeah, this footage is fucking disgusting. I will be posting it on Friday when the episode releases. Yeah, it's disgusting. Like, it's not disgusting, like...
It's more just disturbing.
Yes. And even if it is doctored, like, that gives you the heebie-jeebies just because of the way that it moves.